Hi loves, I'm super excited about today's tutorial. My name is Becky Agu and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Today I'll be teaching you how to make an Ankara turban, and these are the things you'll be needing. You'll be needing your scissors, your measuring tape, of course your fabric, and also these pearls that I've had for like forever, and I'll be using them for the embellishment of the turban. We'll set this aside and go straight into the video. We'll be making use of this interfacing. As you can see, it's very hard. It is not the regular gum stay we know, and I will cut out 24 inches. 24 inches will be the length we'll work with. And I'll also go ahead to mark 3 inches. The width we'll be making use of is 3 inches.
I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
I have cut out 10 pieces of this, and this is what we'll be making use of. I also went ahead to cut out for the fabric. I cut out these pieces also, 10 of them, and it's about 28 inches by 3 inches also. Don't forget that our interfacing is also 3 inches by 24 inches. The fabric has to be longer than the interfacing we are using for the closing. So pick one of the strips of fabric we already cut out and place one of the interfacing on it. As much as you would want to iron this, I highly recommend you don't iron it because you don't need it so flat. Now fold it over just like a bias on one side and go ahead to fold the other side also, and then fold it into two. You'll be running a stitch on this fold. We'll do the same for these other pieces. I'll head over to my sewing machine and sew this. For the base at the front side, I have fabric of about 18 inches by 10 inches. I'll be using this to form the V at the front, and I have two of them. Now please watch carefully. First of all, I would conceal the raw edge of one side of the fabric. I'll fold it in and run a stitch there. After doing that, I would go ahead and fold that part inside. Please watch carefully. Fold that side that I have concealed the raw edge inside and run a stitch on it. Second step is to, just the way I'm doing it, fold over the other side. As you can see, my fabric has a pattern, so I'm trying to align the pattern very well. After folding it, run a stitch on it. Make sure the thread for the first part is concealed by the second fold. Make your third fold. I'm just trying to align my pattern, and also run a stitch to hold it down. Make the third fold, and you're also going to run a stitch to hold it down. I'll do the same for the other part. I have cut out this fabric. It is about 29 inches by 14 inches. I'm going to be using this for the base at the back. I will attach the V to it. This one here is for the handle of the turban. Fold it into four and mark out about 3 1/4 or 3.5 inches, and I'll cut this out. For the V now, I'll use this side for the V side. So I'll be attaching the handle at the other side. Get one piece of the handle, put in one of the folded parts into the handle, and you see that I have left about half an inch sewing allowance at the bottom side. Now you're going to run a stitch to hold them together. After running the stitch to hold them together, you're going to run a stitch also at the end of the handle. Now flip it to the other side, just as I am doing in the video. And for the raw edges, you're going to conceal them inside and run a stitch to hold it down. I have done this for the other side, and this is what I have. All raw edges are concealed. Lay both pieces one on top the other. But first of all, ensure that when you lay the V together, you have at least 25 inches there. And I would secure this with a pin and run a stitch to hold it down. After holding it down, now this is the base for the back side. I have concealed the raw edge of both sides with about 6 inches. Right side facing each other, I would place the V and also place the side of the concealed raw edges. Lay it on the V, and you're going to pin this down. Secure it by running a stitch around it with about half an inch. Cut out the excess. Now this is what we have at the front. You can see our V is formed already. Next step is to form our turban. Fold this piece into two. Remember our the area where we conceal the raw edges. You run a stitch 6 inches away from there, and you're going to run a stitch from that place to this end. After doing that, as you can see, I later used the French inseam finishing, where you sew the right side first, then turn it over and sew from the wrong side. Doing it this way means this is the only area I would overlock. Flip this inside out, and you're going to form your turban. Grab the back side of the turban, and you're going to use a needle and thread to run a stitch, a loose stitch. Just run it all the way to the end. Adjust the stitch to your preference. Flip it to the inside. I would also run the same stitch backwards. After running the loose stitch back and forth, make sure you secure it. Ta-da! This is what we have. Forgive my baskets dummy. So this is what we have. You see what the back looks like. So I have these strips that I've already sewn the interfacing inside. I have 10 of them. I'll just get one and place it right in the middle of my turban. You see my V, right? The V is V, and I would hold this down with a pin. I advise you actually stitch it to avoid it moving up and down. Okay, fold this to get the middle, and you're going to place it on the previous one. Get your glue, and you're going to rub it. Do it portion by portion per se, and just place it on it. This is what you're going to be doing till you're done with the 10 of them. Apply the glue on the other side just the way I am doing.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
You have watched up to this place and you have still not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, my dear. Remove the pieces we have glued together, and you see I would use these two pieces that I have cut out to close the ends of the, we like call them round stuffs. Now make sure you have about 28 inches all around. That's what I have for mine when I was done, and I'll cut the excess out. To close the sides, I'll make use of these pieces that I have cut out. Let's head over to the sewing machine and I'll show you how to close this. Fold one piece into two. Measure out what you have on one side of the curved stuff. I have about 1.5 and I'll stitch that down. Measure out 2 inches and sew it to the other side. You cut out the excess. The next step is to turn this piece you have sewn inside out. You'll be attaching it to the ends of the curved piece. Just do it exactly as I am doing it in the video. You would also put the same thing on the other side and tack it down all around. When I was done, this is what I had. So all that is left now is the embellishment, and I'll be doing this using the pearls that I had shown you earlier. I'll do that off camera and I'll show you guys the end result. This is the end result. You can make this for your friends, your clients, your mom. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in the next one.